Hey Adam, this is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Got your information from Trevor Ward, and I wanted to go ahead and shoot this video before I emailed you to give you an idea of how your business is stacking up against your competition online, and also to give you some steps you can take to improve things. So as Google crawls the web, it is really looking at three things: content, citations, and backlinks. So those are the things I'm going to talk about today. So content just refers to the words and images on your site. Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum, on the page, to give it a really good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount, it's going to kind of depend on the competition and also the number of keywords needed. So what's a keyword? A keyword is really anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's look at what a Google search might look like for you. I went to my favorite browser and I typed in Electrician Gainesville, Florida. So at the top of the page here, you can see, well, first there's some ads. So these are all sponsored ads. Mr. Sparky, Patrick's Air Conditioning, and 352 Electric. This is also sponsored. So at the top of the page is really what we consider the map pack. The top three listed here are going to get the most traffic because this map is super easy to use. There's a lot of information kind of at the fingertips right off the bat for anybody looking for these services, like reviews and number of years in business, etc. Well, the way to get in this top three is, first, you have to have a Google business profile. Second, you want to make sure that profile is filled out as completely and accurately as possible. And third, you want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories on the web as possible. Now, there's tons of directories out there. Everything from Yelp and Yellow Pages, those are directories, but there's a lot of others as well. But the more times you have that happen, your name, address, and phone number appearing in the exact same format, the more power it gives your profile, because every place you do that is considered a citation. The idea being your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet, and the larger that online presence is, the more Google trusts you. Now, below the map pack is what we call the organics, or not paid. Ideally, you want to be in the top three of these as well. By being in the top three of both, or really with that map pack, you'll see about a 30% increase in traffic to your website. Now, when I'm looking at this search, I see that there's actually a few directories. Yelp is a directory, Angie's List is a directory, Better Business Bureau also a directory. So the first true organic listing is Mr. Sparky. He's also in that map pack as well. But Mr. Sparky is definitely the top organic result. This is a directory, and then bdelectric.com is the second highest organic listing. So for the purpose of this video, that's who I'm going to compare you to. Now, I've got your website pulled up here, and really, there isn't really one. I mean, it is, obviously, it's giving your license number, which is great. You've got and you've got a branded presence on the web with your URL. But really, it's just a forwarding page to your Facebook page. So because of that, obviously, when I look at your website kind of behind the scenes, I see that there's not a whole lot going on here. There's no traffic. The keyword associated is Continental Air, actually. That obviously, I think that's probably an airline that's being searched 1.4 thousand or 1,400 times per month. You know, even for that keyword, though, you're in position 58, which is pretty far. Would if they were still doing pages, would be at the bottom of the 6th page. So it's not getting you any traffic at all. It's also not applicable to what you actually do. And obviously, because it's really just a forwarding page, there's really no content. You've got about 21 keywords on that page. Now, in contrast, let's take a look at Mr. Sparky. So Mr. Sparky has some content on there, definitely more than you do. And if we look at him behind the scenes, we can see that he's getting about 197 visits per month. And that's being driven from about 22 different keywords. And if I drill down and look at those, I can see that Electricians Gainesville, Florida, that keyword term is being searched 1,000 times per month. Well, he's in the 5th position for that. So that term alone is getting him 93 visits per month. So you can see what a difference it can make in the traffic or in people finding your website if you appropriately target the keyword. And then if we look at B&D Electric and look at their stuff, they're getting about 211 visits per month, and that's being driven from 166 keywords. And if we look at that Electricians Gainesville, Florida, so this is slightly different. Electrician Gainesville, Florida is one we looked at for Sparky, I think. Well, in any case, electricians. So that's 1,000 searched per month. He's in position 6. So that's getting him 75 visits per month. Again, just kind of illustrating the difference in appropriately targeting that keyword. The last piece of the ranking puzzle is what we call backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlinked text. These links, again, they kind of act like an endorsement of your website from others. So Google uses that to build trust in your business by you seeing these other businesses vouch for you. Now, it could be seen as a popularity contest where the person with the most wins, but not all links are created equal. So those relevant to your industry will count more, as will those that are local. And additionally, you want those things coming into your site to be powerful in their own right and trustworthy. So instead of looking at the exact number of backlinks that come into something, because they do vary and because they're weighted differently, instead I try and look at the backlink profile as a whole. This tool that I use, RFs, calculates similarly. It tries to mimic the Google algorithm, and it calculates the strength of your backlink profile using 2 different scores, DR and UR. DR score really talking about how powerful are the links coming into your site, and UR being, how trustworthy are they. These are on a scale from 0 to 100, and you're not registering because there's really nothing kind of happening with your site right now. If we look at Sparky, and we look at their overview, we can see that they've got some powerful stuff coming in. They're ranging at 57 on that power scale. And most likely because Mr. Sparky, like the Gainesville page is really a back page of the overall MrSparky.com. So they probably have a lot of different location pages. Trustworthy wise, though, not as much. There are a 5 on that scale, and there's definitely some disparity here between the trust and the power, and so there's room for growth for you as well to kind of beat them in that. If we look at B&D, we can see that they're at a 3.8 and an 8. Again, this is an attempt to kind of calculate how strong that backlink profile is. So definitely room for improvement there. But once all of those things come together, the content, the backlinks, and the citations, that's when you begin ranking higher and higher, and more customers find you. I hope this information has been helpful. I always love hearing feedback on this because I really do want these to be helpful. I'm going to send this off to you, and I will follow up with you via email and also maybe give you a call. Would love to help you with some more information too. So we can talk about kind of your goals. And at that point, I could do some research to figure out exactly what might be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. Again, hope this was helpful. My name is Lori. I'm with Soul Sisters Digital Design. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.